In this week's Sports Illustrated, Dan Patrick revealed that in his discussions with Doug Flutie, the 1984 Hail Mary pass from Boston College to defeat Miami was actually supposed to go to the tight end. It was wide open on the 15-yard line, and Flutie didn't see him. So in this week's special edition of the Huddle, where we break down the high school football top 20, of course we have Flutie's nephew, Troy Flutie, in the news. I'm Jason Mastronato. This is Anthony Glizia. What did you take away from that crazy Natick game where they beat Walpole this weekend?
Well, what really impressed about Troy Flutie that game wasn't his offensive abilities, but actually what he did on the defensive side of the ball. With about 4 minutes left in the game, he intercepted Walpole quarterback Will Bolster. But then after turning the ball over, he came back out on defense and made a big hit to break up a pass on third down. And then on fourth down, Bolster's pass was incomplete, broken up this time by Brian Dunlap. And with the win, Natick was able to move up from number 10 in last week's top 20 to number 6 this week.
And that's a big jump because the top 5 really hasn't moved that much recently. And we also have quite the shakeup at the back end of the top 20 this week. So we have a new 17 through 20, actually, all teams that weren't in it last weekend. So we have Mansfield at 17, Masconomet at 18, Sharon at 19, and Abington at 20. And with Mansfield, a nice win over Franklin this week. What did you take away from that one?
Well, I think what was impressive was Mansfield's ability to come away with a close win, hanging on for the 28-21 victory. And despite King Philip's thrilling victory over North Attleboro, freshman Derek Rochline hit a 22-yard field goal. But Mansfield's victory really washed it out as their win over Franklin clinched the Hockomock Kelly Rex.
Yeah, and the Hockomock League was just crazy the way it finished up. Of course, Sharon at 19 won the Davenport division, and that's the first time that they've won the Hockomock ever. And I think I read this week that the record from 2004 to 2010, they had 7 wins and 67 losses, and now they're the Hockomock champs. So congratulations to them. And then we have Masconomet at 18, who admittedly we may have been underrating a little bit. And coming into the game against Revere on Saturday or Friday, we didn't know what to expect really, and then they just rolled 42-0. Dylan Mann has been incredible for them. They're without one of their best players in running back Mike Tavinis, but Mann's really picked up the slack, and Masco moves in nicely at number 18. And at 20, we finally have Abington, who's 10-0. And what have you seen from Abington?
I was going to say, Abington has won 5 South Shore titles from 2005 to 2009. And the last 2 years they've missed out on the playoffs, really from just, losing some tight games. But, this year we've seen them really come out and find a way to win those close games. And with their 22-16 win over East Bridgewater this week, they advance to the playoffs and clinch, and the Green Wave will play Millis Hopedale in the first round.
Yeah, I think the Green Wave may surprise people. They've had a really strong team this year. And that rounds out the top 20. There's no top 100 on Boston.com this week. We'll have a special one next week before the Thanksgiving games are played, and we'll also be back here for another edition of The Huddle. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on Boston.com/schools.